Bodie,
Hi, Matt.
I see you're at the beach today.
Yeah, little aloha kibun,
Wow.
aloha
You're
feeling.
really trying to torture me, I guess.
Right.
As you
You're
can see, I'm here. I now live at the gym because of you.
in your favorite place in the world.
Yeah, we got a closet full of whey protein isolate
Rack
and
full of
some
dumbbells.
oh yeah. All right.
How
Well,
are you?
check-in time.
Check-in time. How's it going?
Yeah.
What's going well?
Yeah. I'll show you.
Okay.
I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to
Okay.
show you two graphs. Okay. Ready?
Mhm.
Here's the first one.
Okay. Nice. Oh,
All right.
that's
So
awesome.
that is the vertical view, which is more extreme. So this is
Mhm.
the inside edition graphic, the one that's supposed to get your attention. But you do see, started off at almost 115,
Right.
and we're not even 2 months in.
Right.
It's net. Well, I'm now in a new bracket in the upper 108
Right.
category. So huge success. Yeah, we broke through to 108.8
That
over
was
the
awesome.
weekend, and um, huge success. So let me show you another one.
Okay.
Let's see if I can do this easily here. I'm going to switch here and I'm going to share. This is the longer view. And I think this tells also a really compelling story, but a different story, which is that just the progression over time of it, kind of going, and you see it a little in the vertical view, but just the up and down. And it has calmed me down to see over time, whenever there's a drop, there's a bump. But then if I can limit how much it bumps up, I'm still in that range that I can say, hey, I've really dropped to a new. It's like you don't go from one weight to another weight. You go from a range to a range to a range. That's what
Right.
I'm learning.
Right.
Is that consistent with your?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
the success line, right? In any sort of endeavor, I think it looks sort
Yeah.
of like that.
Of course, I want it to just be a
Every,
sheer drop off. Especially in the beginning, but I'm getting used to this sort of rhythm and getting through periods of issues with hydration or other, body movements that
right.
affect weight. And so,
Right.
so
Yeah.
being patient with it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. I mean,
So,
you're doing the work and it's patience.
yeah.
And in some time it'll be exactly where you want it to be. And you'll be a new man. So you're becoming that already. So
Speaking of that, I do have two other images that I thought I'd share because
sure.
I mean, I haven't really shared. You can kind of see I wore this shirt just so I can kind of show you here.
Right.
You can kind of
Here
see
we
a little
are.
bit of,
Yep.
it's less here. We still got some of this stuff going on.
Yeah.
But
It's coming off.
anyone who's viewing this wouldn't have seen the beginning, but it's much
Right.
smaller than it was before. And hopefully I can stand up and show like none
Yeah,
of that
definitely.
when I'm done with this. So, so let me just show you two more pictures that were meaningful to me.
Okay.
This is my smallest suit that I put on the other day because I'm actually going to be in this video production and I need a suit. And I have lots of suits, but none of them fit me anymore. So I grabbed the smallest one that was tailored the most closely to me. And I put it on, and this is the frontal view. Let's see if I can get the front view here. It's not as dramatic in the picture, but I can guarantee you that it just goes way. I mean, there's none of that, hugging your body kind of form. It's just real baggy. And then the next one, and this one's a little bit more, you can kind of see it more. This one.
Oh yeah. Wow.
It just comes way out. I mean, it's
amazing.
It's not even tailorable to the point of fitting. So first world problem's going to need to get a new suit eventually, but don't want to do it real early because we're on a downward trajectory here.
That's smart.
All right. Awesome. So there's my visual representation of how I'm doing. And let me I wrote down a few things if I can. The good stuff, the numbers are are going down.
Yeah.
Cravings are down. And I
Awesome.
realized over the weekend, I haven't thought about ice cream in like a month. I don't know. It just went away at some point. Don't think about it really. Weekend management, much better. Just a much better ability to go. And I've even been to a few restaurants and been successful.
Awesome.
Eating clean at a restaurant.
And you had to drop the 108 after
points.
that restaurant, right? The drop to 108 was after the restaurant, Dave.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And, you know, I negotiated with the person I was meeting to go to a place that would have some options that hopefully I'd be okay with. But yeah, I just didn't eat much. I ate less than half of the rice. I think a quarter of that rice because it was pretty fatty rice. It was like a pilaf,
right?
An Asian style pilaf. As you get in like Vietnamese and Thai places, they'll cook it in coconut oil or, you know, coconut milk and oil and things like that. So
did you tell them that you're peeling off the pounds? That's why they
yeah, I didn't explain it.
I'm sorry.
I just insulted them with my lack of follow through on the food. But it is good to go. And so thank you for your advice on that. I know we talked on the phone before I went to my next meal because I had kind of gone to another business lunch and felt completely the opposite when I left there. And you reached out and we had a chat about the mental strategy, which is such a big part of this, is being in the right frame of mind before you go into it. Because if you're not armed before you go in, you're defenseless when it hits you and you're not sure what to do.
Right. Yeah. My pleasure, man. It's mindset, right? You set it up.
Yeah. And that's part of I think so. If I had advice for somebody else, I would say, give it time, give it a month or two, even to like, there's so much new learning to do. And some of it is mindset going into different situations as you stretch yourself and go, look, I don't know how to enter this meal into my app. There's no equivalent to it in the app. I don't even know what the dish is. You can still figure out ways to not sabotage and still enjoy yourself while you're in the process. So yeah.
That's great.
That's my left column, my good stuff that's going on.
All right. Awesome. Yeah, well done. I mean, the suit, that's amazing. And those kind of things they really indicate where you're at, like what the changes that have happened, right? The shirts,
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Yeah. All right. So what are the challenges?
Knee pain. And I don't think it's not caused by the, workouts, but I injured my knee. I actually I tripped on a stair a little over a week ago. And then as I often do, I'll just ignore something and figure it'll go away. And I'm going to stick to my guns. I did my workouts, but I have to tell you, my inclination is to just lay off of the gym for a couple of days.
Yeah, that's fine.
Until I'm not feeling so much pain in my knee, because I just don't want to cause more trouble.
Yeah.
And even with the other exercises not being necessarily more upper body, it's still just, I really want to kind of take it easy for a few days and kind of.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
Always the best policy. Like the other day, yesterday, I have a pretty strict schedule with my training and I was feeling off and I thought, nope, this is a long-term game. I'm in it for the 10, 20 year plan. So a day here and there, it's nothing. So wait till it goes up. Good idea. Yeah. I mean,
I go a short distance to this place, cafe today on Mondays usually. And I took the bus today just to not walk any more than I need to on it, just because I was like, you need to pay more attention to it, because I'll ignore it and then figure, I'll bounce back. And it's like, you're not 22 anymore.
23.
24,
24.
Yeah. So there's one thing. Go ahead.
Let me add to that. So
of course.
If at some point over the next couple of days you think, I really want to go to the gym and you're not sure about it, I'll give you some exercise where your knee isn't involved, where we can just put something together. So if you need me, just let me know.
Yeah.
I'll create that.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I think the only other minor things that are going on is like chicken is boring at this point, and I'll get used to it. But now when I see these bodybuilders posting things on Facebook about how my daughter's eating a chocolate sundae and here I am with a bowl of shredded chicken, I kind of get it now, like at a different level. So I don't know. You know, I'm rocking spices, cumin,
Right.
chili powder and all
Right.
kinds of, at least I can cook, but it is, I do wonder sometimes, can I sustain this for the
Mm.
months and months and months it's going to take? Cause it's so boring.
Actually,
Like,
Matt, honestly, I was looking at your omega threes, your omega
yeah.
threes and sixes, and I think we should try to get more fish in there somehow. Something
Okay.
lighter. Maguro. Hitomi's been making poke lately, Hawaiian poke.
Yeah, that's what we ate yesterday.
Okay,
Yeah.
like
But it was small amount. I mean, very
yeah,
small, you know, they don't give you much when you buy it in a,
yeah. We made it ourselves. So, but
yeah.
let's talk about that about
Okay.
the details of this because I think that's
So sashimi.
there you go, like sashimi. Yeah, and we'll look at the different types of fish, but
Yeah.
fish is good. Fish is a really good alternative. In Japan, we got it everywhere. So,
Yeah. Okay.
um,
Well, I'm open. It's just the problem with chicken is it's so easy. You know, I
I know,
boil up 7 kilograms of it, you know, twice a week, and
right?
it's sitting there in plastic, and I can
Yeah,
cut it up and weigh it, and you know, but
I do. Yeah, I do.
it's
Yeah,
I'm worried about I'm not there yet, but I'm worried about waking up one day and just emotionally rejecting it. You know, when you don't realize, and then you're like, not one more piece of chicken is going in this mouth unless it's fried.
right, right. And when we get to your goal, then it'll change. You'll have much more, and you'll have an education. You'll have an awareness. And I'm not eating much. Honestly, I'm not eating almost. She's like, are you going to eat the chickens? Like, no. I'll go through phases where it's like, no. I think my body says that's enough.
No more
And
chicken.
yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
having a lot of fish lately, more dairy based things.
Okay.
So yeah, don't worry about that. Those hardcore guys that want to keep ripped and jacked. That's a different world. You don't
Hey
have to.
man,
I
we
know.
got some stuff going on here. Can you see
See
that?
it?
That
You see
new
some
little thing?
lines. It's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. You're eating a protein. It's funny because you in the beginning you're like, man, I can't eat this much protein, man. It's too much
I
protein.
That's what I'm worried about. Oh man, I wanted to kill the word protein made me want to gag.
The P word.
Yeah, the P word. Yeah, and then I think the other thing, and just to wrap up because we're almost out of time here, but
Yeah.
is I wrote down when and how to celebrate, and I was like,
Good.
this ties into sort of what's next, actually,
Right.
to get to that last piece, but
Right.
I'm starting to think like originally our goal was, this mode or this module was, basically 114.8 to 105,
Right.
right?
Right.
Which is almost 10 kilos. And by the way, I was thinking I was behind, but actually if it's 1 kilo a week, I'm not behind at all.
No. That's
I'm on
22 pounds.
track. I'm on track to be like, boom.
Mm.
Right. But the number 100
Uh-huh.
is just such a wonderful number.
Right. I
And
agree.
I don't know what I will look like and feel like at 100. I have no idea. The 220 pounds.
Right. Right. 220. Yeah. I mean, I think, yeah. And what happens invariably with almost everyone I work with, you'll get to that number, like the 105 in your case, and you're like, not yet. And it doesn't go crazy where you're like a stick, but there is a certain, sometimes we guess a number would be satisfactory or satisfying, and it usually isn't. So
okay,
yeah,
that's reassuring because I'm starting to think that already.
yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to want to celebrate at 105. I'm going to want to keep going.
We'll sell it. Let's celebrate. I want to celebrate with you in 105. That'll be
all right.
A journey point, a milepost celebration. But
perfect. Then that's perfectly what I need now to wrap up here, because what is it that, or do we start planning that now?
The celebration. Yeah. Remember the first time we met Starbucks in Shinjuku, and we talked about that to have some sort of a celebration, like something that some way to celebrate, or
that's
a clothing thing. But yeah,
I'm afraid to buy clothing now.
Yeah, don't.
I bought aspirational jeans and now they fit already. They fit. I wore them over the weekend.
That's a good worry to have.
I can't afford to keep buying aspirational clothes. I mean, it's like
Don't just stop. Yeah.
70% of my stuff doesn't even fit anymore. So
Yeah. That's a good thing.
again, not complaining.
No, no. Celebrating.
Okay, so we got to figure out a vision of celebration that would be fitting. So I guess that's a project between now and maybe in the next 2 weeks.
Trip to Hawaii.
You're brutal. You're brutal. I'm dying over here. Look at me. I'm in this gym. I'm dying. Smells of sweaty socks. No, this one's actually pretty clean. That's why I like the picture. Any other words of wisdom, encouragement, any suggestions, demands?
No, just stay the course. Just stay patient. With it, like I said, with the training, if you feel the urge, there are hundreds of exercises I can give you that won't require any knee work except for walking to the gym. Yeah, I'd like to talk to you in more detail, so take a little more time. So about the EPA, DHA.
Okay.
And the fat. Actually, I want to talk to you a little bit more about the fat. So
okay,
we'll maybe adjust some things there. But everything, I mean,
Great.
You're on it. You've got the mindset. You're already there. So, great job. Yeah.
We just got to plan our celebration.
That's right.
Okay.
We're
See
ready
you in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Aloha. Bodhi, thanks for all your support, man. Dare I say it, there are moments of fun.
Oh.
Don't tell anybody.
I won't.
Keep that a secret.
Okay. I will.
But rock on, brother.
Rock on. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah.